Hello everyone, welcome to game 2 in a series between Rainbow versus Zephyr here on Tal'Darim Altar. Rainbow spawning as the blue Terran player at what I'll call the 10 o'clock position. Meanwhile, Zephyr spawning here as the red Zerg. So Zerg versus Terran here on Tal'Darim Altar, and we'll see what will go down in this series and whether or not Rainbow will be able to come back and even up the series at one game apiece. Now, so far, not too much to report here. Overlord now making his way off to the top left-hand side of the map. Most likely will spot Rainbow. There's going to be a perfect position for the Overlord to fly right here, or perhaps even right here, and not get shot down until perhaps a barracks is lifted up and off. Now, in Game 1, we saw Zephyr was in strong control of the game for much of the match. But then Rainbow was able to fight back pretty readily, or pretty easily. I think Rainbow had simply tipped his hand or gave the game to Zephyr as the siege tanks were attacking destructible rocks instead of actually attacking roaches. And then that just simply became the tipping point, as Zephyr had wanted to free up supply in order to transition into Broodlords anyways. Rainbow opening up with the gas first, similar to what he opened up with in Game 1. He is slowing down his SCV production in order to do exactly that. You can currently see that he's not training up any SCVs, finally starting that back up now, as the barracks will be established on that front door. Meanwhile, back in the base of Zephyr, Zephyr has not yet started a spawning pool, as we now see the hatchery coming in at the natural expansion. A 15 hatchery build on Tal'Darim Altar is rather safe, as Terran players normally cannot deal that much damage early on, as Marines are better in numbers and are rather fragile, especially against early Zerglings and then Banelings. Barracks is about to be completed now. Drone is not going to be able to really scout out his opponent anytime soon. The drone is going in the wrong direction. Overlord is currently just parked off here, and we'll see if the SCV... Nope, the SCV is not going to get scouted out by that Overlord. This may be a bit of luck for Rainbow. Rainbow going to find his opponent much more quickly than his opponent will find him. He will actually find him before his opponent, even though Zephyr was the one who scouted first. SCV now coming inside. The front door is pretty much already walled off. Reactor being placed down. There is currently one Marine. Is the Marine going to spot the drone? Yes, he does, but he doesn't shoot him down. That drone, it will be able to spot that front door and pretty much have all the information he needs. A second reactor has yet to be placed down, so I do not imagine a transition, as we now see a bunker being built. This poor SCV is not taking any damage. I guess he's not really that poor any longer, as he's now finally taking damage. That drone trying to finish it off. Will the bunker be able to complete? I believe so, as the SCV currently has... What SCV still has a little bit more time. Is the Marine going to jump inside? Yes, the Marine does jump inside alongside the SCV. The SCV now trying to repair, now backing away. How's this all going to work? As the SCV is going to do a little bit of repairing, he gets destroyed. The bunker will fall, and that is actually a bad play by Rainbow. Rainbow losing much more in that harassment than his opponent did, losing to an SCV, a Marine, and 2 additional minerals in repairing that bunker. 56 resources lost compared to 202. Overlord now making its way inside, will spot this refinery here. We can already see that Barracks is training up some Marauders. That was a new addition this time around, as we are now going into double Hellions. Hellions making a move across the map. No expansion being taken by Rainbow. Rainbow perhaps going to try to do a one-base timing, and dealing a lot of damage, especially if there are only spine crawlers, roaches, and Zerglings. It will really come down to micro, as the Hellions have perhaps made their way inside the base. Here we go. The Hellions look to do a bit of torching, and it looks like they will be able to do exactly that. No, missing their targets. So far, there goes one drone. Another drone getting taken out finally, and there goes another drone. So drones are falling, and falling pretty readily, or pretty easily, as Rainbow getting in some fairly strong harassment. Drones once again trying to pull their way over. Another drone could fall. They are getting lined up. Another drone falls there. Worker kill count up to 6, as the drones are having a difficult time doing anything on the map. Another drone falls there, and now a third queen is finally out. Rainbow doing a great job utilizing these Hellions and dealing a lot more damage than I would have normally expected. Perhaps what Zephyr does not know how to deal with these Hellions, as the Hellions did come out just a little bit earlier just because he delayed or got his gas first. One Hellion has gone down, but more and more roaches are falling, up to 13 kills. And that was the necessary harassment damage dealt. Zephyr most likely is going to be following this up with a very, very strong power drone. And now Zephyr also suiciding with this Overlord. However, Zephyr doesn't know about that there is no gas here, and he doesn't know that there is no expansion. Hellions, Marauders, and Marines going to follow this up. And if the Hellions are able to get in even more kills, especially against the poor queens that do not, the poor queens that do take a fair amount of damage from Hellions when they are in mass number like this, may have a bit of a problem. SCV is on auto repair, so the SCV gonna be able to clean up a lot of or absorb a lot of the damage. More Hellions now coming in. How much damage is going to be had? That is the question here. Marauders now coming in, and oh, it looks like the Marauders going to be going after the Evolution Chamber just outside of range. In comes the SCVs. Rainbow doing an all-in, and the SCV is going to absorb the damage. Here we go. Zephyr has left the game. No GG. And Zephyr very, very upset, not giving the good game at all, as Rainbow brings in all of his SCV, or pretty much all of his SCVs, leaving 11 behind. Let's take a look at the harvester count. 35 compared to 27. Perhaps a bit of a mistake by Zephyr to actually go heavy drones in that particular instance. You may, if he had gotten Zerglings, or perhaps if he had just gotten Zerglings, it would have been a much, much better scenario for him, as he would have been fighting on creep. Let's take a look at the unit count. There was only one Zergling left on the map. I don't even know where it is. Zergling hiding off over here. It did not have metabolic boost, and I don't believe metabolic boost was even... Nope. How come the spawning pool doesn't show the metabolic boost? Possible research, and the Zergling doesn't have speed. Alright, so I don't know. I don't know if... I'm pretty sure that the Zerglings did not have metabolic boost. Not quite sure whether or not research was started. But this was just a really, really bad sign. Zephyr not getting up the spine crawlers in time. If he had completed these 5 spine crawlers, or perhaps held this Xel'Naga tower instead, he would have been in a much better position. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you stay tuned for Game 3.